must enjoy that. Feeling a bit better, are you?
Oh, a bit better. I'll survive.
Oh, good. I thought I was going to lose you for a bit. What's that?
Oh, it's next door, Mrs. Calder.
Oh, thank heavens. I wonder what time she's going.
She probably went to that late night horror film at the Regal.
No, I think she's got her fella.
It's a bit thoughtless that, though, isn't it, eh? Going off for a day like that without telling anyone.
Well, she's her own boss.
Yeah, I know. It's silly. She ought to let people know where she's going. Yes, Mrs. Sharples. Come in. It's on the latch, Mrs. Sharples.
She's got Mrs. Caldwell's cat with her. Hello, Mrs. Sharples. Is she all right?
Who?
Mrs. Caldwell. We had a door go.
Oh, that was me. She's not come back.
Go on.
Look, will you look after the cat for today? I shall have to go out and see if I can find her.
Sit down
There
and
you
have
are,
a cup
love.
of tea.
Oh, I'm sorry, love, I haven't got time.
Yeah, look, come on. She's probably just gone off to see a relative or something.
That'll be it. Come on, Sonny.
She hasn't got a relative left there. Polly died 12 months ago last November in Hartlepool.
She'll be with friends.
Yeah, Albert Tatlock.
Oh, I rung him in Bury. She's not there.
Well, perhaps she just wanted to be on her own for a bit.
No, you see, I just got this note. She left it and said, would I look after the cat?
Morning. Oh, is Mrs. Sharples in? Yes, she's out. Hello, Mrs. Sharples. Oh, I just missed you. Hey, Billy Gogo said he saw you coming here through the back.
She says Mrs. Caldwell's left a note.
Hey, hang on, love. I've only just come on shift, you know. Right, let's begin at the beginning, shall we?
Well, it's Minnie Caldwell.
Aye. I know it is, love. Well, what's this about this note, then, eh? Aye, well... I mean, it's neither in nor there, this, is it, love? I mean, it don't mean anything one way or the other, does it?
But she's been missing all night.
Look, I've got the right one, haven't I? I mean, she's your second lieutenant, isn't she? Hey, about this high, nice smile, about your age.
She's a year younger.
You know, the last time she was in to see us at the station was when she found the half-crown at the bus stop. No, I think she thought she had to declare it as treasure trove. Sergeant Mossop tossed her up for it. Now, love, look, why do you think she's taken a hook? That's if she has taken a hook.
Me. Because of me.
There's no reply.
Well, she must have found somewhere to stay. I mean, in this weather.
Bonnet!
Well, what's up? You look as though you've all lost your elastic.
Did Len not tell you last night?
Well, by the time I got him last night, love, Len was lying there with his noddy hot water bottle and his thumb in his mouth, you know.
Mrs. Caldwell's missing.
You what?
She hasn't been home all night.
Happens she went on to the creme de menthe and she's sleeping it off in Gas Street slipper baths.
She's just cleared off.
What do you mean? Why?
She's cleared off because Ena Sharples is stupid and cruel and a bully. And if anything's happened to Minnie Caldwell, it's because she's chosen Ena Sharples as her friend. And apart from all that, don't you think we'd better do something about finding her? I've already had the police round, but I think we can shape better than them. You, Miss Nugent, would you ask your vicar to contact all the hostels and the voluntary organisations, please? And would you ring up all the hospitals, love?
Me and Len will see if we can't get some folk out look for her.
Good. And you know something about newspapers. Take this photograph down to the Evening News office and see if they'll put it in tonight. It's all right. Well, come on, we'll not find her standing round here. She's not going to suddenly crawl out from under a pound of cheese.
Oh, look at that dress. Looks like a pile of pennies in a pub. I'm not pushing her over.
Minnie Caldwell's not back yet.
What do you want me to do, turn purple?
I wonder where she can have got to.
I don't know. Gone for a ride on one of her losers, I expect.
Dave, you started all this in the first place, if you remember.
Look, Elsie, it's not my fault my mummy put me into bookmaking. I wanted to be a boy soprano, so it's not my fault, so shut up.
I see. Shut up.
Now, look, don't you change your tune with me. You're on my side, remember? I told old Mother Sharples that I'd wipe that debt, but that wasn't good enough for her, was it? No, she wants repentance. People to beat their breasts, do penance. Well, maybe she's repented her little mate right into it.
What are you blathering about?
All I know is this. When people keep getting told that they're old and they're stupid and they're useless, they start believing it and they do some very funny things.
Listen, Dave, if you...
You've heard she's not back.
Yes. And?
I want you to help me.
Yeah, well, I think that the blame was dished out in the right proportions last night, Mrs.
Yes,
Sharples.
we'll be dished out in even better proportions when we call to our final account Dave Smith, and I don't mean now.
Yes, all right, Mrs. Sharples.
What do you want us to do, love?
I want you to help me to look for her.
Oh, yeah, sure. I'll get all the underwater diving apparatus out and the tracker dogs.
Will you shut up? You've done enough damage already.
What can I do?
I want you to get your people to help us to look for her.
What people?
Well, you're supposed to be the king of this area, aren't you? You're supposed to know everybody. You've got your runners and the men that get in fights for you. You've got your 50-year-old errand lads that are on the dole. You've got folk that owe you favours. You've folk that owe you money. Don't you see? The more people we have looking for her, the more we have to find her.
Shh, love. We'll help you look.
What about the coppers? That's what they're paid for.
We've already been to the police.
Look, he'll help look, love. Don't you worry about
Yeah,
that.
don't worry. She'll turn up. All right, I'll see what I can do.
Where are you going?
To look for her.
God, it's all so flaming ridiculous, isn't it?
A right mess you made of things. It was your fault in the first place. You were to blame.
What do you want me to do? Close all the shops down and send the lads out with Minnie Corwell identikits?
You could have at least told her that you'd make inquiries.
All right, all right. Look, she's been up my nose for weeks now. I'm not going to let her think she can push me around anymore.
You deserve a Nobel Prize, you do, for your services to humanity.
And where are you going?
Out. And I tell you what you can do, Mr. Dave Smith. You can go in your motor car and go round to your lot. I'm going out looking for somebody. One of my lot's missing. Oh, get off you. This jumper's clean on.
No joy there. I think the best thing is for one of us to go over to Liverpool, you know.
Who are you ringing?
A mate of mine who's got a stall on the open market there. He reckons they haven't seen Jed Stone in months, ever since he came out, in fact.
What's he doing now?
Oh, well, according to Frank, he's gone into the double glazing business now. He's gone into partnership with a Pakistani plumber.
She wouldn't have gone to Liverpool.
Oh, I don't know. She always reckoned that Jed Stone could sort out her problems for her, you know.
Have you got any address for him?
I think he put an address on that Christmas card he sent to her. Hey, didn't his mum or his stepmother used to live in Great Ormer Street?
I don't know. I haven't a clue.
Now, I think the best thing is for one of us to go to Liverpool.
Well, I'll go with you, eh? I'll go with you. We can look both sides then.
What am I going to do?
Well, we'll have a skeg round here, love, you and me. I mean, two heads are better than one, unless they're on the same pair of shoulders, of course. Yeah, it's better if we fan out a bit.
Oh, yeah, you fan out through every pub in Liverpool, and I'm left here with the hound of the Baskerville sniffing round.
Well, you've got to be here at dinner time, mate, to get that order from Alan Roberts.
Can anybody think of anywhere where she might have gone?
Charlie Moffat?
No, give over. God knows where he is. He's probably in the Benghazi desert in soldiers in skirts or something. No, she's lost touch with him.
She used to go to the library sometimes.
I remember her telling me once. She used to go watching them fishing in that flash near Sally Welch's dam.
All right, we'll go down there for the morning. Go and get your thigh boots on. We're going to take your van, then?
Yeah, I'll go and get respectable.
What, for Liverpool?
Hey, it looks bad, doesn't it?
What does?
Minnie Caldwell. I've got a premonition.
Have you tried Cenopods?
Look, I can't help what I feel in my bones.
Listen, Morris Woodruff, if you think you've seen Minnie Caldwell in your flaming tea leaves, I would personally go down to the corner shop and I would get half a pound of tea bags and shove them down your flaming throat. Are you coming around, you mate?
Oh! Well, that's very handy, isn't it? Very nice, that is, I must say. There's me been lying awake all hours wondering, and Stan's out there now, not bothering with his windows, just looking for her on his bike.
Yeah, well, it's very worrying for everybody, Mrs. Ogden.
I dreamt about her last night, you know. Her little face. We were skiing in Scotland, and Mrs. Caldwell and Stan was on a toboggan, and I were running after them. Now, I wonder what that signifies.
It probably means you're going to come up this week on Spot the Ball. Come on, Danger Man, let's go and comb through the bracken, shall we?
Not with you, we won't.
Yes, fine, Bob. Yeah. Yes, we must. Uh-huh. Yes, I will. Goodbye. Well, that's the Sally Army standing by its beds, but she isn't in either of their two hostels.
I don't suppose we can do anything the police can't do 5 times better.
Well, I wouldn't say that. You know, Bob once told me that the Salvationists Missing People Bureau, or whatever they call it, they manage to trace nearly 3,000 missing people every year.
It's got a funny ring to it, hasn't it? Missing person.
Yes, like displaced person during the war. Well, that sounds worse, I suppose. As though it's somebody else's fault.
Somebody else has mislaid them, you mean? Instead of just mislaying yourself.
Yeah, which is a lot easier.
Oh, a lot.
Well, I don't know who else to ring.
Oh, you've done more than enough. It was Mrs. Sharple's idea I should come.
How is she?
Frightened. She feels she's to blame.
Yes, well, nobody just disappears. You know, without leaving any footprints at all, do they? You know, I wonder how many people who do clear off do it to reward themselves or to punish somebody else.
I think a lot of people go because they just feel everything everything's just wrong. Not dreadful, not unhappy particularly, but just wrong. The wrong place, the wrong world for them, the wrong face.
Yes, but what I meant was those people who go and say, there, that'll teach them, perhaps they'll miss me now, appreciate me.
Oh, yes, but I think the others who just move on, move away, I think they feel... I read a poem once where he said, no, I've never been able to say, this is my proper place, here I will stay.
No, I know.
And I think if you find your proper place, well, that's what everybody wants, isn't it? No more or less, really.
Yes, it would be nice to say, here I will stay, wouldn't it? Well, what about Mrs. Caldwell? I ought to have a map in here with a yellow pin for each parishioner, each party member, with a red pin for the whereabouts of known sympathizers.
Of course. You're slipping. We'd be able to put our finger on Mrs. Caldwell just like that.
I'm afraid it's a shrinking constituency, Miss Nugent. I know the whereabouts of most of the faithful only too well.
Oh, come on, love, let's go back. There's a bus at 20 past.
She might just be here.
She won't be here, Chuck.
I've told you, she comes to Armistead's grave sometimes just to sit there.
All right, then. Where is it?
Over by the far corner there, next to the one with the black marble with the glass globe.
Mind now. Watch these curtains here. Oh, we can't see them, can you? It's very dangerous. Now, be careful.
Excuse me, I'm sorry to disturb you. You haven't seen a lady, rather small, over by the corner there, by the bench this morning?
Aye, there was somebody there a bit since. She's gone for some water behind the greenhouse.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm sorry to disturb you.
Yes, sorry to disturb you.
Was it your wife?
No, he was hurt in the pit. He was my son.
Yeah, okay, Josh. Yeah, I see it. Right. What are you doing here, then? Thought you'd gone back to the Waldorf Astoria. Well, they haven't seen her, not hide nor hair of her.
Well, I'd be grateful if you'd wipe that sanctimonious look off your face, Mr. Smith. We all know you're not the area organiser for Oxfam.
Thank you. I've been on the phone all the morning trying
Yes, putting old ladies' half-crowns on stupid horses called cross-eyes or cufflinks or whatever stupid names you call them.
What have I done?
You've been money-grabbing.
Money-making. There is a difference, you know.
Money-grabbing, heartless, cruel, and you've shown about as much
You're all the
conscience-
same round here, aren't you? You're a mob. You all get the red mist over nothing, just so long as you've got somebody to string up. Well, go and find some other Burke to set fire to.
It's your fault.
Oh, you do get excited, don't you, darling?
Oh,
I wouldn't say anything if I were you. I really wouldn't.
They ought to have his picture outside the police stations.
Oh, he stays inside the law, on the whole.
Yeah, I met alongside the Colorado Beetle. I went to the evening news offices. They were very nice, but I don't know if they can do anything.
Oh, I'm lost. John took me to an old people's hostel.
John?
Mr. James. They phoned up while I was at the vicarage. They thought they had somebody who sounded vaguely like Mrs. Caldwell, but it wasn't her when we went. It was this old lady. Her arms were like sticks, and she just sat there and kept crying. She had all her things in a carrier bag from the butcher's.
They asked me to describe her in detail. It wasn't a very good snapshot. It was very hard. I couldn't even remember how tall she was, and her mind what colour her eyes were.
You mean is and are?
I'm sorry.
You mean how tall she is and what colour her eyes are?
Oh, thank God. Thank God.
Minnie!
Never mind, Sonny Jim. You talk to me. You'll have to stay and have your tea with us, won't you? You do realise that's a cat you're talking to, don't you?
Evening each.
Evening each.
Oh, no. I'd like one of my own. Barumperdink over there says he can't stand them. I used to have one when I was a little kid. Dennis Tanner used to try and make it dance on its back legs. Then he tried to train it to pull a wooden horse on wheels along behind it.
Well, what happened to it?
I think my dad sold it to put it out of its misery. Hey, you've not seen Gordon come back, have you?
He won't be back yet. The pubs aren't shut.
He's going out tonight and all.
On his own?
Oh, he's pouncing off to dinner with his boss.
Well, are you not invited?
Oh, they don't invite casual birds. I might show 'em up. What are you reading?
Oh, it's all about South Africa.
What a drag. Why?
He's thinking of emigrating.
And what are you going to do whilst he's away?
He says there are more opportunities there.
There's plenty over here.
Oh, yeah, for people like Gordon.
You don't want to go there. I mean, they lock you up in your house if they don't like what you say. How would you like to be under house arrest in here for 2 years?
Look, it says here there's a great shortage of skilled labour in South Africa, and the growth rate there is second only to Japan.
Needs to be. I met a smashing coloured lad in the pictures about 2 years back. In South Africa, it'd have been fenced off 8 rows away.
Oh, he doesn't know where he wants to be when he grows up yet.
Go and play with the cat.
Yes, sir. No, sir. Oh, he's driving me mad. Driving me mad. He just sits there.
I wish Gordon would just sit there.
Oh, he's a bit restless, but go on, he fancies you like mad.
Well, why is he trying to shove me off onto Lowspone Langton?
How did you get on this morning with Ray, out in the country?
How do you think we got on? He was looking for something, but it wasn't Mrs. Caldwell.
Ah, that's a grand drop, missus. You know, it's getting like a real search party, isn't it? WVS brewing up the tea and... Well, I'm very sorry, Buana, but how am I supposed to know what to do? It's getting dark out there.
It is getting a bit dodgy now. I think something has happened, you know.
Oh, I don't know. It might be...
come off it, love. Don't forget it's about 2 days since someone's actually seen her, even though Ina Sharples picked up that note yesterday. It could be all of 48 hours that she's been missing, as far as we know.
So how serious does that make it, then?
I'm not saying she's been knocked down by a bus or out like that, but she could have gone round the twist.
Oh, I don't believe that. She's a bit absent-minded.
She's a bit old, too. We used to have a bloke round here called Leonard Swindley. He went round the twist and all. Came apart like a Hong Kong watch. He didn't even know his name. He thought he was the Duke of Kent.
Yes, well, there's nervous breakdowns.
Yeah, well, if he can go off like that, you know, like the Flying Dutchman wandering about, why shouldn't she? And she can give him 25 years.
Hello there.
Hello, Jimmy. Anything?
No, nothing. Hey, it's getting a bit thin, isn't it? There's none of that going, is there?
Oh, yes, of course. We'll run out of tea, though. I'll go back to the shop and fetch some. I won't be a tea.
Right, thanks, Lou. No, it's been very quiet. Oh, D Division got a report. Turned out to be Potty Alice. You know, the one that sits outside the football ground with a dog.
So what do you do now, then?
Oh, we'll just sit and wait a bit. Keep on looking in door holes and pubs and that. I mean, there's only so much you can do.
I've been over to Liverpool with Gordon there, and it was...
Oh, looking for Jed Stone, you mean? Oh, we'll check that. She's not been seen there.
What made you think of them?
This isn't a bus conductor's outfit, you know. Like, when we're in the police, we occasionally do a bit of policing. I mean, they do issue us with telephones, and we are on speaking terms with other policemen, even as far away as Liverpool. I mean, it's not like the Arabs and Israelis.
You've ruined my story, you know that, don't you?
Which was what?
When we walked into pubs asking about Jed Stone, people turned their heads to the wall, started humming and hurrying, shuffling their feet about, spilling beer on their shoes.
Thought you were playing clothes, did they? Oh, well, you look a right pair, too, in them, Max. No, she's not with Jed Stone. No, he's in Birmingham between jobs.
I thought he'd gone into partnership in the double glazing business.
No, it was just seasonal, that. Ah, his mate absconded with all the glass, you know.
I can't find anything. Not a photograph, not a word.
Oh, you must get asked to put hundreds of things in like that in the papers. You know, 15-year-old Margaret, missing from home, last seen in an all-night dance club. Beloved husband Jim, missing, last seen boarding a 63 bus. No, they never have any room for anything else if they put that in.
You feel so helpless?
Oh, I don't know what we're going to do next, I'll tell you that straight. I've been so busy looking everywhere with Mrs. Sharples, I'm seeing double.
So we just wait.
What else?
Any news?
No.
Oh, Sam's not back yet. Of course, he would have found the rovers if he'd come across anything. What are we going to do?
We're going to sit here and we're going to wait.
Oh, well, there's a few chickens come home to roost today, aren't there?
What do you mean by that?
I'm just saying people are paying the price for their actions now, aren't they? All them cruel words they say in haste and regret at leisure.
Who is paying what price for what?
Well, I mean, Ena Sharples has had the tables turned on her proper, hasn't she? But she's biting her tongue out now.
Yes, and I'll bite your tongue out in a minute if you don't shut up.
Well, what have I said now?
Look, something's happened. It's happened. Nobody's to blame, not even Ena Sharples, not anybody.
Here you are.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I haven't had anything to eat.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to get you something. Now, you just sit here in front of the fire with that for 10 minutes.
It's very good of you, but I'm quite all right.
You'll be even more all right after you've had some food. Let's go mad. I'll do egg and chips.
Didn't want to disturb you. I just wanted to...
Is this all right? It's brandy of some sort. Is it plum? I'm not very good on vintages. One of the parish workers gave it to me, part of my Christmas payola. She'll be all right, Mrs. Sharple. She will. She will.
I don't want to lose her.
Oh, I know.
I try to be Christian, but there's something wrong with me. I can't see other people sometimes. I can't seem to see when they need help. There was my daughter. She had that tumour, you know, and all I could do was shout at her and holler at her. There's little Minnie Colwell. I never give her a kind word from one year's end to another.
You couldn't be closer if you were handcuffed together. You even walk in step going down the street. Though how you manage with the difference in sizes, I don't know.
She plagues the life out of me, but what can I do? I've given over trying to change her.
When did you first know each other?
In school. It's been pulled down now in Silk Street. Her husband and mine, when they were lads, used to play rugby league together for St. Joseph's.
Is that all right?
Yes, thank you very much. We used to help a granddad on the market. He sold foot ointment and hair restorer. And you know, this was when the market was behind Plank Lane. There used to be another herbal doctor there who sold lucky smells out of a bottle at 6p a sniff. It was supposed to cure all sorts. And people paid. Who believed anything in them days?
I love those market quacks. Here are Mrs. Dr. Croc's magic ointment. You can swallow it, rub it on your bad legs, spreads very well on sandwiches.
Minnie has this, you know, she's like a little child. You know that she carries half a potato around in her pocket. She says it stops her rheumatics. And she's so patient, Mr. James. When I had my daughter, I was at a very bad time. Because in them days, you didn't go to hospital. You paid the doctor 30 shilling and 12 shilling a week for the nurse. Minnie just come and she sat there all day and night and never budged. And my husband came and went to work, but she just went on sitting there until I got better. And she's so lovely with children. Never had any of her own.
Yes, well, well, now you just sit there and I'll...
I'm frightened. I'm frightened she's dead.
Which way with this one, Bet?
Dr. Singh's down there. He'll have to sign the form.
All right, darling.
Tell him all we've found is a dry cleaning ticket in a pocket. It says Colwell. Tell him to put that down for now.